Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English or RJK Urdu. We are continuing with consonants. Make sure to look at the old videos for vowels, consonants, and also their pronunciation. And we're continuing with that. If you like Shah Rukh Khan, we learned to spell his name last time, so make sure to look at the old video. Okay, today we're going to do the daal cluster. This doesn't mean we're going to eat daal, if you know what daal is, but we're going to do the Ds, the dental Ds. Remember, in Hindi and Urdu, we say our Ds and Ts in two different places, and our Rs in two different places. One is dental, like Spanish, the. See how soft it is? The other is not where we do in English, which is right here on this alveolar ridge right behind the teeth, but up here on the palate at da. This is a hard we call it retroflex. We're going to focus on the dental Ds. We already did the dental Ts. All right, so let's go. Okay, it's important to notice that this is not the same as this letter. Though when you type, sometimes they look alike. Okay, so you're going to have to learn to notice this. It's also not the same as this letter. Okay? And I don't think we're going to get into that one. Yeah. So it takes a little time, and then you'll start to realize it. Now you might see names like Mohammad spelled like this. Notice this is actually an H. It actually should look like this. This is M, H, M, and this is doubled, Mohammad, and this is D. Okay? Mohammad. But the H can sometimes look like it. Okay, so in Urdu, we're going to work on noticing this, but this is the general shape of it, okay? Daal. If you look at my book as well, you'll see the difference in there as well, okay? And this is like this in Hindi, okay? Da. Not da, like in Hindi, or like in English, or da, like retroflex. Da. Think about when you hear Spanish, and your friend is speaking in American English, and they're going, yeah, blah, 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 and you know I'm Latino. And all of a sudden they change their pronunciation, and you're like, whoa, what happened? And all of a sudden they say they're Latino or Latinx. They say it sounds like they're saying Ladino, because they're using the soft Spanish T, which is a dental T. The Hindi dentals are like that. Da. Now, what do we do with these many consonants after we make them? We add aspiration as well, right? So, da. What do you notice is different about this from the other ones we made? Remember, I'll show you. Remember, this was the ta, and this was the ja. What's different about this one? It doesn't connect with the choti hai, right? It's separate because, and we're going to learn more about this later, some consonants don't connect forward. They're only ending consonants or beginning, or separate or ending consonants. So D can only go into it, like when we wrote Muhammad. Muhammad. So it can go into the D as a final, and the D can be on its own. but it can't connect with something forward. So we'll learn more about this, but it's DH and they're separate. Okay? The word that you can think of for this is the word for milk, which is doodh, doodh, doodh. In Hindi, it's spelled like this. All of a sudden, oh. Doodh, doodh. In Urdu, it's spelled like this. Oh, no. This is D-O-O-D-H. That's the aspirated D-H. Here it is D-O-O, or as we've been showing it, U with a line over it. Doodh, doodh, doodh. We're going from right to left. But notice every letter is separate. That's because the U also is an end. It doesn't connect to things after it. And here you have D, U, D, and then the Ha. And for Hindi speakers, notice that the aspirated version is not a separate letter. It's actually the same letter with that choti hai connected. All right? That's doodh, doodh. All right, the Ha. All right, next, duh, duh. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? I said it was all dentals. See how I went into how we teach Devanagari. In Urdu, we only teach according to the shapes. So we're going to do the retroflex as well. So remember how I showed? First we did the D, that's here, duh, duh, and duh. Now we're going to do the D that's here, duh and duh. We use a capital D for this. Oops. Da, da. Notice the difference? Da, 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 da. My tongue is hitting the top of my mouth. Da, da. And for Hindi speakers, notice it's the same shape as the regular D, the regular daal. But then we add that, remember this note that looks like a flat in music? We add that to the top to show that it is retroflex. Duh. So what's the duh, the aspirated going to look like? There we go. Duh, duh. And you're beginning to see, if you haven't learned Devanagari, that in Devanagari they have different letters for these different things. So that's why it's a little bit easier for an English speaker and English, Roman script writer to learn Urdu. It's a little bit more like how we think of letters. It's adding on instead of having a completely different letter. Okay, so we have da, 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 da. And now we need to go to the ra. I'm sorry, this is the z. We're not going to go into the retroflex r. This is actually z. It's one of the z's. It looks just like the d, but it has the dot on top. And this is going to be just like the z, the z, in Hindi. Now, why do we have so many different letters in Urdu? Because we have so many languages feeding into Urdu. If any of you are Arabic speakers, you'll notice that this is a totally different letter in Arabic. But in Urdu, we have this one. That is Z. That's Z. This is also Z. This is because both Arabic and Persian, or Farsi now, are feeding into Urdu, have fed into Urdu, and so Urdu has taken on these symbols, and they've made it just the z sound, but they've kept a lot of the spelling that comes from Persian. That's why it's a little bit hard to spell in Urdu. But these are that cluster, and I've showed you how to use that for the word doodh. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let me see if there's anything that I have as an example. Nope. That's it for today. Next time we're going to move on to the re cluster, which are the R's, both the dental R, ra, 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 like the Spanish R, and the ra, ra, which is the retroflex R. All right, so I'll see you next time. Oh, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tell someone about this video series if they're trying to learn Urdu. Okay? Make sure to comment. Let me know how it's going. Or go to RJK English below. All right? See you next time.